everyone, welcome back to another Minecraft video. In this video, I'm going over Snapshot 23W12A, which released yesterday as we're recording this, and hopefully uploading. So yeah, let's get into it. The first thing I'm going over, even though there's quite a few things you can see this around me, is the armor trims. Mostly because armor trims have been around in these snapshots since the beginning, I do believe. So let's get into it. So the first one is the Wayfinder armor trim, which looks like this. It's quite interesting, kind of similar to the other ones. This one we have the Razor armor trim, which looks like this. Quite nice, quite thin in a way, and like not like that where it's all technically connected. The next one is the Shaper armor trim, which looks like this. Next one is the Host armor trim, which looks like this. These two are a bit plain, while this one is very complicated, and this one's called the Silence armor trim, which looks like this. So of course, just like the other armor trims, these 5 do have a place you can actually find them. So the first 4 you can find them in the new ruined trails, which we'll be going over in a bit. And the last one you can just find in the ancient city, which kind of makes sense given the name called the Silence armor trim. Let's get rid of this. So the next thing I'm going to get into, that's a bit more complicated, is the signs. So first, you may not see anything new, but if I go behind the signs, that's right, there's double text now. So if I grab this and I place it down, and I just do whatever, I can do that, and I go around the back, it's still plain, which is a bit boring. But if you right click, or if you're on console, I think it's like the right trigger, you right click and you can then do the back, so then both sides are done. But that's not all of the signs. You can now actually also edit the signs. So if I right click again, I can get rid of all of this and say hello. And you can also do the same on the back. Let's get rid of this and say goodbye. So that's that. And again, that's not all. What we can now do is use honeycomb, and just like copper, you can actually wax it. So if you do this, you don't need to do the other side, you only need to do it once. As you can see, you can't do it again. And now because I did that, I can no longer edit the text, and it actually gives you a little sound effect, right? Which is, it sounds yucky, like sticky wood feeling. So yeah, you can also do the same with hang signs, which I'm not going to get into. You can probably guess. It's basically the same thing anyways. So yeah. Now the next thing I'm going to get into is the brand new, well, they've updated the sculpt stuff, which is basically redstone. So this part you can actually use the amethyst block to actually help you with redstone now, and basically it's basically a longer wireless thing, right? So if you were to send a signal to this, it will then give the amethyst a sound, which you probably have heard the amethyst sounds before in Minecraft. But basically, when it makes a sound, the sound then goes to the next sculpt sensor, and the same thing goes to that, and that goes to the next one, over again, and you can eventually light up this. So if I go show you a test, there you go, and there you go, it's all lit up. So you can hear that it gives a little sound. So if I do it again, it's quite cool, it's quite nice. And this bit, well, each one has to be 7 blocks apart. So from the last amethyst you did to the next sculk sensor has to be 7 blocks apart. And this bit, like this little showcase, was shown by the lovely YouTuber XRZoomerVoid in his latest video of this snapshot, which I will link down in the video because he explained it a bit better. I don't really know how to do this because I don't know anything about redstone. So yeah, but yeah, there's that. And then back here, this little crafting grid actually crafts a brand new sculpt variant, which Minecraft have added also in the snapshot. So if I do this and do this, you now get the calibrated sculpt sensor in this little crafting recipe, which I've shown up here. So you can pause this and copy it. Basically, what this is this, not that, I don't want that. It's basically a filter, a redstone filter. I don't really know how to do that because again, I don't know anything about redstone. But Mr. XR Zoom Avoid also shown that in his latest video, or you can also go read it on the Minecraft website, which I'll also have linked down in the description. So, yeah. So now I've shown all of this, I'm going to go into the ruins, or the ruined trails, I should say. So let's get over there. The ruined trails. There we go. Now, it doesn't look like much. And then, if I turn around, you can see this. Again, it doesn't look like much. But, just because it looks this small to me, it's not going to look that small to you. And this is not the full size of it. It goes underground, and it's much bigger underground. So if we go into Gamer Spectator, just to show you, I go down, you can see from up here, it goes down here, and it carries on. So it goes here, it goes down here, and yeah, it's kind of big. So yeah, it's very, very big, and you can find it in different biomes. It's not just this biome. The game just found the nearest one here, and it has a lovely pond lake thing here. Don't know what you call that. Yeah, it's quite nice. You can also find a lot of sand, clay blocks, or terracotta, and dirt and mud blocks you see down there. So the reason I have this chest here is because Minecraft I've also added 16 new pottery shards, as you can see here. And these 16 new pottery shards, you can find them here. You can find them in the desert wells, desert temples, cold ocean ruins, and warm ocean ruins, I believe. Let me check my notes. Troll ruins, blah blah blah. Yeah. And of course, you can still find them, or well, you can only find them in suspicious sand, but you can also find them in the new suspicious gravel, which I'll show you in a second. So if I head back, here we go, and we go to this next bit, and you can see here it says sniffer stuff. But before I go there, with the suspicious sand and suspicious gravel, you can find them both in the underwater ruins. But you can only find the sand in the warm ocean ruins, while the gravel you can only find in the gravel ocean ruins. And this this fact is quite needed to know for this next thing I'm going to show you. So if it goes there now. So I am at a warm ocean, and there's a warm ocean ruin below me. As you can see here, the water probably moved me then. But yeah, I'm above a warm ocean ruin because you can actually find the brand new sniffer egg when sanding down a suspicious sand block. So yeah, if you go here to a warm ocean biome and you find this, try and dig up some of the sand if you do find suspicious sand, if you want to have the sniffer egg and you want sniffers in your world, not biome, world. But it is different to the spawn egg, so never get confused with the spawn egg and the egg because they look very different. But whenever you do have 2 sniffers already and you do breed them, they do not just spawn a snifflet. They do drop the sniffer egg, which will, well, I believe when they have bred and the mother drops the egg, it will look like this, which can also place on the egg. So yeah, very similar to the turtle egg. I don't know how long a hatch is. I believe they have that on their website. But I'm also going to guess it's perhaps similar to the turtle egg. Maybe even longer. I have zero idea. But with the addition of the sniffer, the sniffer egg, they've also added a new flower. So when the sniffer first was added, they released the torch flower. So if I go find it, here we go. So this is what the torch flower looks like. It still doesn't emit light, by the way. I don't think. But they've also released this new plant, which is not a flower. It's called a plant. So if I go get that, it's called the pitcher plant, and it's a 2 block, and it gives very big Subnautica vibes. So if you've actually seen the plants in Subnautica, it basically looks like that. There's also kind of like Star Wars plants as well. So yeah. And behind me, I have the new suspicious gravel. So I've also got the normal gravel here and suspicious gravel, so you can see what each look like. Well, like what's the difference? Like similar to the sand, the gravel just has like holes in it. So if I grab a brush and I grab this and I hold down right click, it will just brush down. Something will okay, maybe nothing spawns up because this is not a proper one I placed it. But yeah, you'll do it as normal. So if I go in here, so I can show you this. I have not found a suspicious sand block here. But I'm gonna guess it's actually, hang on. Before I do that, slash effects, give me night vision infinite. Oh, you can do that. Cool. Whoa. What was that noise? Anyways, so can we find any suspicious sand? I've got no idea. Wait, this is suspicious sand. Here we go. Hang on. Let's see. Does it give me the egg? That's an iron axe. It's not bad. Right, let's keep having a look. Let's break some of these. Find a chest. Not bad. Oops. I may be very unlucky because I can't find a suspicious sound block here. So you may have to look at a few. This is a very bad showcase for the sniff egg, but they did say in the article, the Minecraft website, that you can find it here. So yeah, good luck finding it. Well, that is everything I have to show in this brand new snapshot, because I believe the other stuff they've added is bug fixes, and I think they've fixed a 10-year-old bug, which sounds good. But anyways, before I do head off, I do have to say I do apologize for not recording since my last video, which was like 3 weeks ago, I believe. The reason for that is because there was no Minecraft snapshots Minecraft release. Well, there was, but the snapshots they released was for 1.19.4, and I didn't see a point in recording for those because 1.19.4 has released now. So I knew it was going to be, the snapshots were useless because 1.94 was going to be out sooner than 1.20, so I just waited until they release a 1.20 snapshot. But I have recorded 2 videos in that long absence, so I shall hopefully quickly go edit those and hopefully release them in the next 2 weeks, while also releasing updated snapshot videos. So yeah. And hopefully sound works, because I've fixed the sound in this video, as you can hear. If I walk around, you can hear the stone, hopefully. So, yeah. Well, I am Sam, and I shall see you all later. Goodbye.